Hi, Daniel here with Scrapbook Maven. I have a Graphic 45 design team project to share with you today. This is one of my pop-up matchbook boxes, similar to my World's Fair one, where it pops up like that. Many people have asked how to make it, and I thought I would do a tutorial for you guys. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. I just want to show you real quick what I've done for the Christmas Carol version right here. Since it's the holidays right now, I thought it would be a great idea to use a Christmas Carol paper to make this pop up, and it's a great way to present your gift card or small gift to somebody. This is a great way to personalize that gift. So you just pull on the drawer and it pops up just like that, and so you have this really cute pop-up scene right here. I've just used Tiny Tim Dad right here, Scrooge Marley sign in the back, one of the Graphic 45 tags to kind of hold it all together, and some fun festive bells at the top, and a little flower right here with ribbon. I thought it was just a really fun festive way to present a gift. And if you're interested in making your own little pop-up box, stay tuned. Before I get into the tutorial, I want to just share with you real quick the differences between the two. On this one, it's a small, thin, little, I guess you could call it a hinge that I'll be showing you how to make. And this one is for those of you who don't want to fuss around a whole lot. This is the easiest one to make if it's really thin. On this one, I wanted to try and cover up the hole a little bit more, so I did a wider mechanism. And that was a bit more difficult to work with because you can't stick your fingers into the hole easier like you can with the thin one. So keep that in mind when you're watching this tutorial on how thick or wide you want to make the mechanism. But that is my disclaimer right there. So you're going to need one of these Graphic 45 matchbook boxes. They're all the Altered Art matchbook box. And this one's in craft. So when you get it, what you're going to need to do is that you're going to try and see which side opens easier. As you can see, this one is pretty tight. And so it's pretty tight opening that way. You want it to be easy. So if I push on it that way, it opens a lot easier that way. And you can also take it out and switch it around and see if it works better like that. That's a bit stiff. Let's see if we go around the other way. That's stiff too. So it worked best like this. And opening like this. So I am going to write front on here. So I know that's going to be my front. That's where I'm going to add my drawer pull so it slides out nice and easy. I've gone ahead and already adhered some paper and my door pull that I'm going to use. On my original World's Fair, I did use the ornate label, which I really, really love. But I thought this would be a fun change. And I did it upside down so that it's easy to stick your finger in there and pull it out. It's still drying right now. What I'm going to do is add some glossy accents strategically in places to fasten it down more. And so the next step is to decorate your top. If you're planning on wrapping it, you can do that. For me, I'm just doing it panel by panel. And so I've already cut it to size, and then I just cut out the center part because this is what makes this box ideal for the pop-up, because you have this cut out right here. And so we're going to need to maintain that. So that's going to go on like that. Let me add my piece real quick. Okay, so this is where it gets a little finicky. You're going to need a piece of cardstock. This one is 1 3/8 by 5 1/4. On my original one, on this one, it's a lot narrower. It's about 1/2 inch, this piece. And that way I could get my finger underneath here and attach where it needed to be attached. I'm trying to do it a little bit wider here. If you're unsure how it's going to go, try with a more narrow piece. But like I said, this is 5 1/4 inches long. I scored this end at 1/2 inch, and this is going to be adhered to the back of our drawer. So here's our drawer, and here on the inside of our drawer, this little flap will get attached. Center it in between our opening, and that'll get attached just like that. But then our other one, this front part, will have to get attached to the underside of our box, the front of our box. So it's about 1/2 inch in that you're gonna stick this, just slightly under. So I like to use wet glue so that I can move it a little bit. So about 1/2 inch in, I'm gonna add glue up to that part, and I'm going to open my drawer so I can get my finger in. I'm gonna stick this guy in to about 1/2 inch. What you can do is 1/2 inch over or just slightly under, make a little mark. And so that when you stick this under here, you wanna make it so that the 1/2 inch mark is even with this side of your box, the opening of your box. So I think I have it about right. Before it dries too much, I'm going to close my drawer, lift this up, and stick that in a little bit. So what I can do, see it's a little bubbled, so I'm going to try and stick it in just a little bit more. And you can already see how it's going to create our pop-up. So I'm going to bring it in just a little bit while it's still wet. Try and close it where I want it. And I think that's going to work. Let me see if I can lift this guy up. This is where a more narrow piece would be more helpful so that you could stick your finger in. So while I have a chance, I'm going to add some glue to this. Actually, I'm going to use a little score tape. So you're going to attach your flap, and my thing just came off because I have horrible glue. It's not quick drying glue. So I'm going to attach the back right here. So when the hinge is here, and then it's flush with the top, just slightly under the surface of our top. So it's going to get added in like that. And I'm going to add a little bit of score tape like that, since I know approximately where it needs to be on the front. Close this guy. Try and glue this where I want it. It's a little fiddly. That's why the more narrow piece would be better. But I am just going to do it like that. I could bring it in more. And that should work just fine. So I fiddled with it, and now it's pretty nice. So now what you can do is open it all the way, and as you can see, it's popping up. So what we're going to do is I am going to figure out where exactly I want it to bend. So I'm popping it up all the way here. I'm going to help this guy bend forward like that a little bit. And then I'm just going to press these together and find out where it bends. And that's where I'm just going to have a little bit of a bend right here. Yeah, like that. So when you open it all the way, it's going to bend right about there. And that is going to create your pop-up. So that when you add your decorations and things to it, it doesn't collapse and start bending the way you don't want it to bend. You can get a piece of chipboard and put it on the underside of here to help it stay stiff. And so what I'm going to do is just put it up against this, mark where, just underneath where it folds. And cut a little piece, not very even. And then I'm just going to glue this guy in. If you want, you can wrap it in paper so that you don't see it on the underside. I don't think it'll be too noticeable. That just helps stiffen this back piece up a little bit. And then I'm not going to do it to the front piece because I'm going to use some foam tape. I'm going to use this foam tape here to attach my little decoration to. So that's how it's going to work, just like this. And that's going to be your little pop-up. So from here, you can add whatever you want. I'm going to add my little tag here. And so what you want to keep in mind when you decorate is that it's going to not be able to bend right here because you have your box. So when you add your decorations, you're not going to want to add it over this box part, otherwise it's going to get caught. And so when you add your decoration, add it up here, or add something that can bend easily if you're going to have it crossing over. So like here, I didn't add anything that crossed over. I just added a little bit of decoration right here that doesn't move. And so this will just pop up like that. And as you can see, I used a really skinny one right here. And I did it at a slight angle just so I can get my fingers in better. So if you have a difficult time with the wider pop-up mechanism, try a narrower one, and then you can fiddle a lot easier with it and make it work better for you. So that is the pop-up mechanism for the matchbook box. Sorry. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and find it useful, because it's a great way to present a little gift card, money, anything fun that can fit into this box, and it's just a really cute way to present a gift. And so for the elements that I'm using to decorate, I'm going to use a little tag, a Graphic 45 ATC tag, and so that's going to go like that. And then I have this cut apart. I cut out some things from the 12 by 12 paper. So I cut out the tag that looks like this. I've cut out the Scrooge and Marley sign, a couple of these large stamps. One says the Christmas Carol and one has the carolers. And then this other one is from the cut aparts. This is the scroll. And then I have a little ribbon and a little flower. And so I'm just going to arrange these like that and attach it all to this lower half of my pop-up mechanism. So I'm going to add some foam adhesive. This will also act as like a stabilizer. And so you can decorate it however you want. You just want to make sure as you're decorating it to test it occasionally to make sure that nothing's interfering with it popping up. So this and this is going to be the lowest thing I have. So I'm going to add that like that. And the more foam tape you use, the more dimension you have, the funner it looks. And so I'm going to try and pop this up as much as possible. But you just experiment, move things around, play with it. It's just a really fun idea. So I'm going to have it something like that. So I'm just going to fiddle with it and get my piece all together. But that's pretty much how it goes. So you want to make sure that everything, so I'm going to temporarily stick that on. You want to make sure that everything kind of stays away from where it bends. So that is pretty much how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and play around with it yourself and make some fun little gifts for everyone this holiday season. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.